Assalamu alaikum and good morning to you, my dear friends. Once again, you are tuning to our weekly educational segment, The Beauty of Knowing, bringing you a lighter version of Hinduism. This morning, I would like to thank my wife Merle up front for taping these segments and to making sure I stay on track and stay on time and bring a message to you effectively. The question today is, why do we have a pundit, or why do we have a family pundit, or pundit that we call a home pundit? Now, many people have a pundit or guru for different reasons. But conventionally speaking, all things being equal, let's assume it's a family's pundit, spiritualist, or priest that we're speaking about. Now, the reason why we have a pundit is that whenever we're in moment of crisis, moment of need, or moment of spirituality services, we just make a phone call, or we go to this person, or we contact this person, and they're supposed to be there for us. All things being equal, that's the reason why, first of all. So we have the same as we have a lawyer, a doctor, a dentist, we have a pundit, or we have a priest, or spiritualist. We have an imam, mir sahib, a pastor. So conventionally, this is how it was. It still is today, and it will be that way tomorrow. We're supposed to have a one-to-one relationship, so we don't shop around for spirituality when we need it. We know who to go to. So we understand that. The question is, what are the services of having a pundit? What are they supposed to do for us? In Hinduism and spirituality, as we know, it's faith-based, it's a lifestyle. For jandis, for pujas, for satsangs, when our family is sick and dying, in debt, when our kids are born, when we went to jari, when we bless house, when you bless car, all of these things, shopatra, open book, whatever services, our pundits are supposed to be educated enough to provide all of these services to us. That is the purpose of having that, or those requirements to be fulfilled. Most of you know that, or probably all of you know that. Now, one of the common practices that we see, I have many friends and colleagues who are practicing spiritualists and pundits, and we all talk. One of the things is when people go to Pundit A to get answers to come back and tell their pundit, it's disloyal, it's disrespectful, it's unethical. My dear friends, you should be loyal and dedicated, committed to your pundit. And so that pundit should be committed to you as trailers, your family home. Now, if there's a disconnect, or your services are not being fulfilled, not being met or delivered, then it's up to you to make a choice, whether you want to continue having that spiritualist, or whether you want to go ahead and find somebody else who can do that for you. Because it is not right, it is not ethical, as I said before. And I think you're doing a disservice as a Hindu to transfer and shop around to get the information you want, then to come back and tell your priest how to do it. Because each of us as spiritualists practice rituals, rites, and samskars in our own way. I personally practice based on how Sri Hanumanji has directed me, and every single puja I do is done uniquely different from a previous puja, how the Lord is. So I wouldn't like somebody to come to tell me how to do it because they went and get somebody else to advise them. And I think the same service to my friends and colleagues. I think it is only fair and sincere that you should stick to your pundit, you should stick to your spiritualists, and allow them to do your services for your families. Many of us have pundits, spiritualists, from our parents' days, some as far back as our grandparents' days. And if we are happy with that, that's fine. If we are happy with the limited version, that's also fine. But if we're not happy and not contented, have a conversation with your priest or spiritualist. Tell them why it is, and if that makes you uncomfortable, then find somebody else that can do what you want, and everybody in the process is happy. Don't let your priest find out you went around shopping around, because somehow, as they say, talk get around and people figure out what's happening. It's disloyal, my friend, it's disrespectful. But as a Hindu, we have a priest to be there for us in moments of good, happy times, in moments of bad times, and moments of crisis time, to deliver all of our spiritual service, counseling, mediation, meditation, whatever we need. Our priest should be that one to do it. So as I summarize and I close the segment for you today, have your priest, have a relationship with your priest, be committed, be connected, ensure that that line of communication is open, and if there's any divergence from that, have that conversation with them. We are all here to serve. Until next week's segment, Beauty of Knowing, I thank you very much, and hopefully today's segment will help you understand the reason why and the purpose of having a pundit. Jai. See you around.